Today we're going to take a close look at an espresso maker that many people would probably think is too good to be true, well, or at least promising a bit too much. So I put this one here, the Outin Nano, to the test with temperature measurements and extraction measurements to find out if it can really deliver at not just a normie coffee level, but also make espresso that's worth it for specialty coffee lovers. And espresso is of course one of those things that make mornings much more bearable. But another thing that can lighten up your mornings are cereals, and for that reason I'd like to introduce you to this video's sponsor, which is Magic Spoon. As someone who is carb conscious, Magic Spoon is a very cool alternative since each serving has 0 sugar. And if you're also watching your carb intake, you'll be happy to know that Magic Spoon has 4 to 5 grams of net carbs per serving. Magic Spoon comes in 4 flavors in their variety pack: fruity, frosted, cocoa and peanut butter. While they are all interesting and colorful, I have to admit that my personal favorite is the easygoing cocoa. Getting into cereal again is like reliving my childhood Saturday mornings, but with an adult twist. Magic Spoon fits perfectly into a low carb lifestyle, and with 13 to 14 grams of protein per serving, it keeps me full and fueled for my busy mornings. Plus, it's gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, wheat-free and naturally flavored. Click the link below to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use the promo code Coffee Chronicler at checkout to get $5 off any order. Or go to magicspoon.com/Coffee Chronicler. And Magic Spoon is so confident in the product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So click the link below or scan the QR code on the screen and use the code Coffee Chronicler for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/Coffee Chronicler to save $5 today. Thanks to Magic Spoon for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to the review. So the Outin brand is one of those brands that's been popping up in my inbox over the last couple of years. But what really changed things for me was that when I saw that they had released this one here, which is the new upgrade kit to go with the espresso maker. And this kit is called the Nano Basket Plus, and it actually looks pretty interesting. So in here you have a real double basket, not a pressurized one. You have a little funnel to sit on top of the basket. You also have a WDT tool, and there's also a nice little palm tamper that even comes with a ripple base, so pretty cool. Making something like this tells me that this company is actually serious about espresso, and potentially you can pull decent shots. So that's the accessories, but now let's get to the main product. This one here, it looks a little bit like a thermos on the surface, at least with this cup here. So I'm just gonna take it off. And now it looks a little bit more like a real legit espresso maker. I got this one here in a pretty discreet forest green, but it's available in a bunch of different colors. It's a device that can do a few things at the same time. You can use it with capsules, and that works fine. You probably already know the pros and cons of capsules, so we're not going to go deep into that. Then you can also use it with the small pressurized basket that the device comes with. It's a very small basket, only around 7 grams, and for me, a small, poorly extracted shot doesn't really make much sense. In that regard, it reminds me a bit of the early Wakako Nanopresso, which I have a very old review of, link up here. It's not because I need monster shots, but if you're traveling and you bring a device like this, you want to be able to fully caffeinate yourself and have a good experience. You want something that's significantly better than hotel instant coffee and really worth the hassle. And I don't think a small pressurized shot fits that bill. So for me, this sits between 2 chairs. I'd rather go full-on lazy mode and use a capsule, or use the big double-sized basket with the Nano Plus upgrade kit. And that basket can actually hold up to 15 to 18 grams of coffee, so a pretty standard double shot. But where this machine actually becomes very interesting to me is that it has 2 modes. Mode 1 is that you add boiling water to the reservoir right here, then you double press quickly, and then the machine will brew under pressure. And it's real espresso pressure, so there's a pump built into the device. And this mode actually doesn't take up much battery life, so if you just use it this way, then you might only have to charge it every couple of weeks or up to a month even. And then you have this little covered USB-C port here where you can recharge it pretty easily. Mode 2 is even more fascinating, and that is that it also has a heating mode. So if you hold in the button for 2 seconds, then it's going to heat up the water for you and then proceed to brew the shot under pressure. So this means you could actually take it out on a hike, just bring your manual grinder or a coffee capsule, and then just a bottle of water, and then you could make a shot of espresso. Granted, this does take up a lot of battery life, so you can probably only do 2 to 3 shots this way, but I don't know of any other portable espresso maker that can do this. So I've been reviewing a lot of these travel espresso makers on the channel, and the Outin Nano is the only one that can do this. So now I'm just gonna unscrew the capsule basket, put it over here, and here I got the Nano Basket Plus. So I'm just going to take the funnel, put it on top of the basket, like so, add in the grounds, and I have 15 grams of espresso coffee here. Just gonna add it in, give it a little shake to level. Now I'm gonna take this little WDT tool, just fluff up the grounds, make sure to get rid of any clumps. Okay, and then just place it here, and it actually fits on the funnel. So you can just tamp on top of the funnel if you got a lot of coffee in it, or if you don't fill it up completely, maybe it's also a good idea to take the funnel off and then do a little extra tamp. Make sure to keep it level, like so. And since this is a ripple-based tamper, it looks really cool down here. Okay, and now just place your puck screen or lid or whatever you call it on top of the basket. And now the whole kit is assembled. And now you can just screw it into place. But actually I'm going to preheat the device a little bit, so I'm just gonna wait. So first I'm gonna take this cup here, fill it up. Lay it on, and then double press. Okay, put this to the side, and now screw in the double basket. Okay, and now I'm gonna load the water back in again. And now let's just press 2 times and extract the shot. So I got 15 grams in, and now I stopped it a little bit before. And now exactly we're at 30 milliliters in about 38 seconds. So I guess pretty good shot extraction time. And it looks very nice, beautiful crema. Let's try and taste it. Okay, and this espresso just pretty much tastes like it's expected to. Nice, sweet, round, robust. Of course, I'm using the DF83V with SSP cast burrs, so I'm in good hands. But yes, this coffee is surprisingly good. I've been measuring the extraction level on an ongoing basis, and it's actually not difficult to get a standard 20% extraction yield, which I think is quite admirable with a device like this. So if you add, let's say, 17 grams of coffee and pull a 40 milliliter shot at 20% extraction, and you got a good grinder, then I'll say it's worth the effort to bring it on a picnic, bring it on a trip somewhere. Cafe quality espresso is such a subjective term because cafes have different quality levels. But I say this is easily better than the espresso you get in a lot of coffee shops and malls and airports and whatnot. Specialty coffee shops, probably still better, but this is pretty impressive. I did run some temperature tests against other devices to get a full understanding of how this performs, and the results were quite interesting, so let me just walk you through it. So here I'm testing how the Outin works with hot water from an electric kettle against another manual espresso maker, the ESPRESSO V4, which I reviewed recently, also linked to that up here. And I'm measuring the water coming out into the cup, so the actual brewing temperature will be hotter. So the first fluctuation is preheat water, and the second fluctuation is not the brewing temperature, but the water as it exits into a cup. So the important takeaway point for me here is that there's a clear benefit to preheating the Outin Nano, and that it probably brews a little bit colder than the ESPRESSO. Now the next temperature test I did was with the machine's own preheating, and here we can see that the device actually gets up to exactly the same temperature as before. So the built-in heating system is not a gimmick, it actually works really well. And now the next thing I tested is the temperature of the espresso coming out of the portafilter versus the Lilith Mara X set on the lowest temperature setting. And once again, this is not the brewing temperature, but the espresso temperature. So it's not quite as hot as the Lilith Mara. And when drinking the shots, you can also taste that the Mara X is just a little bit sweeter and more extracted, which shouldn't really come as a surprise since it's about 10 times more expensive than this espresso maker. So these are not perfect, all-conclusive temperature tests, but I think it shows pretty well that it has an okay temperature for brewing darker roasts. And you probably shouldn't try to brew light or medium roasts, but this is exactly the same with most of all these portable travel espresso makers. I think this is a cool product that can both appeal to coffee normies as well as the geeks who want to get the best possible coffee on the road. With all these manual espresso makers I've been testing over the last couple of years, you do have to exert a lot of force to get it up to those 7 to 9 bars of pressure, so it's a bit of a workout. You also have to consider the preheating. With this machine, it's effortless, and that's something I can actually appreciate. It's not even that much heavier than the likes of ESPRESSO, ESPRESSO at around 600 grams. Then if you bring the Pro basket kit, it's a few hundred grams heavier because this is actually made of good quality materials. If you want to see how I compare to my other favorite portable espresso makers, then I'll put a link to my big comparison blog post down below. So make sure to check that out if you have more questions. And if you got any first-hand experience with the Outin Nano, I'd also love to hear about them here in the comment section. That's all I got for you today. I'll see you in another coffee video very soon.